Find us at Kololini Road opposite Gaddafi Mosque at the Aqua Preacher Station, or call us on 295-3411 or 764-2486. Miss B Designer Outlet. Shop right, look good.
Na. Ay kata marso. Ayo. Do nyimuto.
Musa bari nyin ata sila de.
Kema fula sila munen.
Tulo banta le mano banda.
Bari man sene so funde ni mano bande sa fonje.
Kilo le bota.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam ba.
Bare.
Wa ko do ki yana ne yuna ya moy.
Min to yona. Mansara itu nata yaja ngamano sammanang ngatulo samman bismillah
na ñu manu diatal ko
yalo ni mano wara demen jona biro ngay tawlet ngata ko do kama demen man façon fula wala beje kilo talul tabeje kilo monni lul tabeje hani duli no beje ni tale ko do kama ni lefta ko do les ko do ta inaita na diate fone si mano le sanjani tulol ni hani nyi fongoni alkame to abul kame fo kan dirin klebe ni lemnato ngabo ndeje
yuna la kanyul be samana
to la kanyul be samana yaje
ñoo ñëw ak yeen rek skincare plus nara jàkkaarloo ak yeen waxtaan ak yeen tuuti rek ci suñu tube suñu baax emuñ rek ci ay diw waaye comme ni ngeen ko xamee rek dañoo yëngu ci ay tube te yënguwuñ nag ci just any tube suñ tube bu nekk 5-star Jotna la 5-star Jotna mooy Jotna bi gën a pire moom la ñoo tube palmaan bi gën a fort moom la ñoo liggéeyee ñun rek ci tube dara du doy day des not only dañoo tube but bu la neexee ñu tuubal la ba pare nag ñawal la. We're not all about skin. We are skin, care, and the plus does come in so many different ways.
No, ini bara.
Okay.
Welcome. Basically, lot of lala me along is cool, man. That I can really relax. What the madam? Yeah, what the madam? Yeah. Let them do somebody. That's right. Grand Villa. That's fine. Slowly. Yes. No. Yeah, actually, a lot of people are basically me alone because they relax. So it's basically I can understand. Nina Fani say what? Nidia, Nena Grand Villa is the best guest house in the Gambia.
Beji andika Grand Villa Guest House. Na labungol bebe senyarin adu na bungol bebe nyarandirin coming ibela fila ila suwe taranyame until Grand Villa na kiliano la lafino wale mukamoti intel kan na ye sabati Grand Villa yela kodo na fa kalamuta
Oh man, this is like a paradise. I know. I so much love this place. Yeah, thank you. Trust me, I love this place.
You come to somebody and you're watching what? Kapinjang and you want to Gambia kon. Grand Villa.
I tell you. I love this place. Okay. I love this place, man. Oh yeah.
Ni lefta na kuo keso sotola. Futama Oljuntum Paradise Estate. Mbaya kumandiroke 7527218. Wale futana website auto www.grandvillaguesthouse.com. Grand Villa Guest House.
Dreaming of owning a property in a prime location with great proximity and fantastic neighborhood? EJ Investments Sanyang Seaview Estate is the best choice you have been waiting for. Our Sanyang Seaview Estate is approximately 15 minutes drive away from the busy hub of Brusubi roundabout and into the heart of nature, where you can have a peaceful and relaxed lifestyle with your family. You can buy a finished 4-bedroom story with 5-year flexible payment plan or a service plot with 2-year payment plan option. With over 300 homes, you will enjoy big tar roads with covered drainage, modern electrification with solar street lights, gated entrance with security post, and a breath-catching experience of our beautiful sea view and lake view. You can own a home today at our Sanyang Seaview Estate. Call us today on 446-4838 or 325-9220. Visit our website on ejinvestments.net. EJ Investments, first in property.
Yaran yilla domoro kadiyata
boy janno sikes restaurant
e say nakko be ninna dimbal nimba domoro kala janno
domoro seneyata adiyata topotoro fanan kendema bije luntan during tamala abeka domoro ki janni adi manda wala de teka we bijele anim fanan ka fadi jang ikono e fa e ka fa minne ko pastry anim bakery iko fanan be kalele ba de lomba conference lomba workshop lomba ye fo fendin lon dunia kono domoro betama nyillom international o toda number 1
amanke ba domo la jang damma
esa domo jang is atariya
wo mu kubandi
sa na ko sa futandin
oto sa na ko be mu CK's restaurant
dafa na janna mu yat ni manje dorom bija
aban
CK's restaurant, known for best quality food and customer satisfaction.
na broda min ba Europe ni sta konte nka bo wol kan sai na so ko na mano banta jabo banta tulo ban sai ka bo wol kan anda ka ba office ko na ba dama bulo mutarin ba ka ta simpla no ni kon batu ngane ta ya puri ma ko do banti na ta mano sa ni tulo ni jo
munda bete ni la broda man balwo service kalam
mon service
balwo service
ni da furonte mo kala
munda afela broda ko abitala internet all aya ba site la woldo balwo.com nay wo sajje a apo ñu ba download la telephone lo na be sandiro to ni wal na be sidin ala office ko ndama manjar pour ay ta bank ko kodoki abe sidin office ko na daminto e do message so telephone ko no e biti ko be Gambia dawda biti ko ba bele ko ta tano dawda yeta tempo tawo
wodama
yala bari wa service na kamol da hannu matanyo le dukan kija na bro dan ka ko matanyo la ayo ko kija
balwo service dinkirala jampo o manken na kolaya ko balwo service al demano kaje ko ale domor feŋol sang alla dimbaya moli ana lakkanun tewol wato bela ani wad sudum fanan kono balwo service la dinkiralu ani la do kunyolu e banko karo beto kabirin katon fo koyna nalla fa ko ku ko tan so balwo service la kolto ali commandi telephone la no la milbuko 9400213 7694319 wala 3192870 wala hankabi alta internet oto alila kolu jibe www.baluwo.com.
Do you live abroad and want to build your dream home in the Gambia without risking your funds and family ties? Do you want a household name that is trustworthy and efficient? A name that will continue to give you updates on the project from the beginning to the very end with videos and pictures? If your answer is yes, then worry no more. Boss Construction and Asset Management is here for you. If you live outside the Gambia and want to build your dream home, then this is ideal for you. Just reach out to Boss Construction and let's start building the dream home into a reality. With Boss Construction, the difference is clear. We give you value for money. Some of our services includes the following: construction management, building equipment rentals, rent management, purchase and leasing, asset management, and many more. For more information, please contact 282-4945. Better still, send us an email, bossgambia@gmail.com, or you can also visit our website on www.bossgambia.com. Boss Construction, a name you can trust. Boss Construction and Asset Management, keeping families together.
Hello and welcome to the brunch, and I will start by wishing you a happy new year as we enter a new year and a new decade. I am with Nyima Kamara as usual, and today in the panel we have Essa Dampha, our friend, the spokesman of whatever is left of the coalition in the West Coast, if you don't mind. And then we also have Haji Sware of the 3 years Jotna movement. Men and women, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much.
Now, without wasting time, we go over some of the major stories of the week. Of course, that is the formation of a new political party, two actually, the National People's Party, no matter how it is spelled, because I had people quarreling among themselves as to what the right spelling should be. People's with an apostrophe before the S-O, or without an apostrophe, possessive pronoun. And then there is also GFA, the Gambia for All, Nyima. Both parties have now been duly registered. We will come to our gentlemen for their views on those ones. But let's start with you, Nyima Sata. The IEC said there will be many more, maybe a few others in the next coming days. But yes, NPP. First it was rumored it could be NDP to rhyme with Mr. Barrow's much trumpeted national development plan or whatever. So in the end, it's only the middle P that's replaced the D, National People's Party. So no surprise there. It was always in the offing that a party has come, but it has come now. What next do you think for President Barrow? Now that he has come out of the open, in the open to say now, I am going to be a full-fledged politician.
If you are a supporter of democracy, this is something that you must welcome. We need to have competing parties offering options to people so that we can make the right choice. So there's nothing wrong there, and we expected this for a very long time that's going to happen. It's just that if you ask me, I think the timing is very wrong. It's provocative, especially considering what is happening right now. I've listened to the president so many times where he said that he is compelled to serve for 5 years because that's what the Constitution says, which I don't think is a justification for forming your own party if you had made a promise like that. But nonetheless, I think we're going to expand this conversation moving forward. But I believe it's a right thing. It just opens up, I mean, it tightens the space a little bit because you don't have too many voters and you have so many political parties. So what we expect moving forward is that perhaps there are going to be other coalitions. But then President Barrow has also, he has set a precedence to suggest that he cannot be trusted. So I think it's worrying for him, especially, who is going to want to align with him apart from the NRP that's currently with him and the GD.
But he has said also, this is a speech after the announcement, that's the New Year's speech, that, well, he cannot honor the 3 years agreement because he swore twice, one in Dhaka and one in Banjul, to defend the Constitution, and that Constitution said 5 years. So he said, obeying or respecting the MOU will run, against the Constitution, and he preferred to be on the side of the Constitution. Is that not a tangible, valid point?
No, that's just a cheap excuse, if you ask me. It's the same Constitution that requires the president to be truthful to the people who vote for him. Honoring the Constitution also requires that you must not be deceitful. It means that you have to always honor your words. Because you have to have integrity. You have to uphold certain values. And truthfulness comes number one on that list. So it's not a contradiction to honor your words to the voters by stepping down after 3 years and allowing somebody else to continue.
Maybe we all miss one thing in our contribution to the CRC. We could have said, well, they insert in the new constitution, if a president or elected member lies, then he should lose his position.
Yeah, it's becoming a trend now, and it's scary.
Okay, Essa, Dampha, I know you will totally disagree with this, but you will of course agree that the coming of the party is good for democracy, as Nyima has contended. But she said Mr. Barrow's timing is wrong, and the last thing he should have done actually is to come out and say he's going to form a party when he should have kept his promise. Mr. Barrow said he cannot respect the 3 years agreement because it runs contrary to the Constitution. And Nyima is saying that that's a cheap way of getting out of his contract with the people. You've always disagreed with this point.
Yeah, thank you very much. As Nyima has alluded to earlier on, that's the beauty of democracy. To respect divergent views and dissenting opinions. You don't expect to be aligned with people in their thoughts and thinking. So it's a battle of perceptions, I can say. Which need to be respected. Exactly. That's our view. First and foremost, I just want to congratulate the President, His Excellency President Adama Barrow, for coming up this right moment to give us long-awaited ambitions that I can say a greater part of the citizenry are waiting to have this day to form our own political party that we all can belong to, because this fans club, and other things, many people see that really does not go with their political ambitions to be align themselves with the fans club or whatever club it is, but rather to a political party.
So now, according to you now, maybe we will not hear Barrow National Development for Youth or Barrow Youth Movement. People have always said those are masquerading themselves as NGOs, but they're always coming to be political parties. So,
point of correction. Barrow Fans Club is no more existing now, even from on the first day that we registered our party.
What about the Barrow National?
The Barrow Youth for National Development still continues, it's existing. I think that's good news that I have today from them.
What is it?
That's a community that they donated milling machines to. That's why I came a little bit late. So 8 milling machines. So they still continue with their functions. But the fans club is dead now. No more fans club. That's why all the icons, all the forums have came, and even the National Bureau yesterday, they make a stakeholders meeting to king everything to their knowledge that there is no more fans club existing anymore. Anybody who was supporting the fans club, now you should shift your attention to.
People were right when they said this fans club is
now the fans club
political party in the making.
Is open secret. We made mention that one in all our. It's the political wing. Is this political support group for the president. So the movement is the development aspect.
Now you welcome it. Naturally, you are expected, of course, to do that. You welcome the NPP. How much do we know, apart from the fact that they said IEC said it's an interim Secretary General, whereas in other parties we have full-fledged interim Secretary General, like in Bakari Dabo's party, for example. What is meant by that? Is it that, and do we even know who else are in the party?
Yeah, really. Maybe the people are, eager to know things, but I can just attest to the fact that the party is coming with a different, I just want to take you back. Like I was very privileged to be part of one GSM company in this country. When they were into being, there's a lot of, when we set up our market studies, we make some questionnaires to the people. Some of them will say, look, market is always tiny, it's very saturated now. You want to come into being, so do you think that you can have any customers here? So we said to them, don't worry, we're coming with different. So Nima also said something that, the voter, the trend of the population is very narrow, it's not that much wide, and there's a lot of political party. But I'm just to be rest assured, this party is a party with a different. We're coming, with a different. We're gonna change the narrative completely. Yes, 100% sure of that. The interim executive will be named in annex very soon. Now the public will get to know the interim executive. Will be steering the affairs of the party to the Congress.
But they are already known by the IEC, of course.
No, it's not yet even known to IEC. There's a number of people who came together to register the party.
Oh, okay.
But those people, after registering the party, may not be the executive members. They will not be part of the interim executive.
So some people came as proxy of Mr. Barrow or whatever executive members he has to register the party and get away.
Yeah, get away. Now the steering committee, that will be the interim executive who will be steering the affairs of the party to the Congress. So the Congress will determine the permanent members of the officials that will be running the party's affairs.
But then of course that will include Mr. Barrow.
It could be. Even Mr. Barrow is not certain yet. He should go through the Congress.
So Mr. Barrow,
yes, his candidature or his being a flag bearer or any other position.
Going to form his own party.
That's why he himself is an interim Secretary General.
That's why they use the interim.
Interim Secretary General.
So
he himself will go through the process of the.
But then it's practically impossible for anybody to be Secretary General apart from him.
We're going to change the narrative. That has been happening here. People have been seeing the same faces, over and over. More than 10, 20 years, they're the one contesting in any election. So they don't have their internal democracy was questionable. So that's what I said. This party is.
So even Mr. Barrow could miss out being a Secretary.
Could miss.
Really?
Yeah, this is Gambia National People's Party. It's not Barrow's party or
But Barrow
Essa
said he's
Dampha's
going
party.
to form his own party, so definitely
His own party per se.
Yes.
But the time that he names it National People's Party is no longer his purview. Now he himself need to go through the process. Yes. So that's what I said. We're coming with different.
Yeah.
We are coming to be in, but we're coming with different. We want to change the narrative, and we're going to take the leading role here for others to follow.
Yes.
You shouldn't surface the same face, over and over.
Okay.
For particular positions, we should see the change of the changing of the faces, whatever position that they want to hold in. You cannot be there permanent. We're going to set a term limit for any position.
Oh, really?
Term limit, fixed. Our internal democracy will be one.
Be stronger than anyone.
We're going to align ourselves with the constitution.
I see.
Constitution says 2 terms.
Yes.
Then our party also is going to fix that term. To be a secretary general or to be a spokesperson or be anything, you're going to serve for 2 terms. Okay. So after that, we're going to see new faces.
Mr. Suare, Aji Suare, of course, you being a member of the 3 years movement have since objected to anything that is going to keep Barrow in office beyond January the 21st. How did you react to his forming of his party? Apparently now he's ready now to not just serve the remainder of the 2 years, which you are very much opposed to, but he even wants to look for another 5 years. So this must be news that you really found very difficult to swallow.
Of course, Mr. Chairman, thank you. First of all, I thank my boss for coming here and then sharing the same platform with me. And then Nima, thank you also for being here. And then my able boss. I think Barrow vindicated 3years Jotna's position that self-perpetuating rule is not ended in the Gambia here by forming of his own political party that's called the NPP. If you see 3years Jotna was fighting a long time, this is the foresight we have seen. We know that Barrow has an intention of keeping himself in power as long as he wishes. All those good words we are hearing from my boss, they are only to politicize things, to be able to cheat on people's minds and know where to drop. But I'll promise you that Gambians are now aware. We are now aware of left and right. We know that definitely where we came from 22 years now, nobody can take us back to those days again. NPP is an indication that Barrow wanted to keep himself in power as long as he wishes. The party is his own party. This is not National People's Party. He said, I'm going to form my party.
He said it, yes.
He doesn't say the Gambians are going to form a party.
No.
Then they will select me.
He said, I will
form my party.
Yes.
So how can you beautify that statement today, saying that it is National People's Party?
He said it's the People's Party.
So his statement contradicted the party's name. So it means that the party belongs to Barrow. If he wishes, he's the Secretary General. If he wishes, then he will resign and let somebody take over. But as far as we are concerned, as citizens and electors, we never trust Barrow again. Anything he's bringing on, we know that it is definitely a misleading thing. Is to deceive citizens. Political deceptions is what 3years Jotna movement is fighting. We know this long time ago. This is why the Barrow Youth Movement was there. When people just came up with the idea that this shouldn't be, he went and ran and go and formed Barrow Fans Club. So when the Chocho again make up again, he just came up with NPP. But it's all an indication of the intention he has since the beginning. That's what he wanted to finalize. And finally, we have seen the party. So the party belongs to President Barrow. But Gambians, now we know that we are going to put our votes in, and then who we are going to trust, but not people who deceive us all the time. So for me, definitely, democracy is a society where everybody have the right to do whatsoever you want, but citizens also have a choice. The choice is, should we continue to vote for people who doesn't vote trustful? So because Barrow are among people who Gambians shouldn't trust again. In this critical juncture, I think Barrow should have come with a very tangible reasons to make sure that give Gambian citizens that I'm going to continue on this 5 years mandate that I've already sold to citizens, because he sold the mandate of 5 years to reduce it to 3 years. And this is where Gambians take the decision and decide that we are going to elect a leader who is going to serve us for only 3 years. So if that 3 years come, that particular leader is going to call for elections, and that election he's not going to be a contestant.
So he said recently that his words against the constitution. He said at the time they were making arrangements for this agreement, their only objective was to dislodge Yaya Jammeh, whom everybody agreed, even you and Dampha all agreed that Jammeh was a dictator, and you worked together to remove him.
Of course.
So the modality, one of the modalities you want to achieve that was to come up with a strategy, which is 3 years, 3 years term for your president. That was just a strategy, but now that there's a realization that it is in contrast with the Constitution, then perhaps it makes sense that we stay with the Constitution.
It is not in contrast with the Constitution. The Constitution was very clear, Mr. Cham. You know, it gives a choice.
Yes.
The choice is, if you want to serve for 5 years, your mandate is 5 years.
Okay.
But if you want to resign, there's a section that validated that you can resign at any time that you wanted.
Yeah.
This section was clearly sold to government citizens. It was chosen by President Barrow in 2016. That the committee for the coalition that governed the affairs of the coalition brought up the idea of a 3 years mandate for their candidate. So whereby you are going to serve for only 3 years. And these 3 years, you have to do anything that you can, not to even participate in politics. Because
after the elections.
No, not even in that mandate.
In the subsequent election, yes.
No, not even the subsequent I'm talking about. The current mandate the president was seeking, the 3 years mandate.
Yes.
It was clearly objective that the coalition flag there will not participate in politics because of the reforms. The TRRC was a very crucial point of that, to validate what I'm telling you today. Because it is part of healing, a process of healing. So they saw that if that healing process should go ahead, for us not to slow down that healing, the candidate or the president should be a forefront to preach for peace and healing. That's reconciliation. So you shouldn't belong to any political party. You should not in fact support any political party, because we belong to different political parties. We have different views. But if you want to be the leader, the coach of that reconciliation, you should have somebody who should be very much independent. You should control yourself not to participate in politics. So, but today Barrow have undermined the process of the healing. He slowed down the process of the healing because he's in politics. Today he even competed with a political party. So how is the TRRC going to be ended? Who knows? This was the ideas brought by the coalition governance committee, so that they will make sure that they have a tangible TRRC, a TRRC that will be definitely a reason for the whole world to copy from. Because their presidential candidate will not going to participate in politics.
Mr. Dampha, whichever way you look at it, Mr. Barrow cannot escape from the fact that he campaigned for 3 years. So whatever the justification, he cannot just escape from that promise. So how is he going to morally free himself from this? Is still the million-dollar question that even you and the NPP people will still find difficult to find.
That's very obvious. Mr. Cham, I just wanted to draw our attention back to the formation of the coalition. What is coalition? Why the coalition came to being? Is it because of Barrow? No. It's about the tactics to use to dislodge dictatorship. So when that one was done, the coalition MOU did not only comprise in the 3 years mandate. There's a lot of factors in that MOU which need to be honored, need to be validated, need to be reviewed, need to be signed, need to be honored. The MOU should serve as an instrument, governance instrument, not only a paper. Because MOU as we stand is just a mere paper.
Okay.
It has no jurisdiction, it has no binding that can allow you to govern through the MOU. You cannot arrest, you cannot appoint, you cannot do nothing based on MOU. Everybody knows that. So it needs to be binding. By how? That's the process. Coalition's agreement was that the MOU should serve as a governance instrument. One, how that process could come to be. After the presidential election, all of them campaigned vigorously.
For 3 years.
Including President Barrow.
For 3 years.
For 3 years. All the stakeholders, they were in the campaign trail.
They all said 3 years.
We, the subordinates, we are the one left at the regional levels. But all the stakeholders, they were with the Barrow in the campaign. They all had the same views.
And their message was 3 years.
The message was 3 years.
Okay.
And the message was the coalition should take precedent. Their MOU. It's going to be strictly coalition government. All right? The president will be coalition president, not executive president. That was the agreement.
Okay.
Now, after succeeding, dislodging the dictatorship, they have to come together and review, validate, sign. We go to National Assembly election as a unified force. Independent coalition candidates, independent coalition National Assembly members. They will come up with a motion, an amendment, so that this coalition MOU can be amended and to be part and parcel of our constitution.
Okay.
So Barrow will have something that he can bank on to do his whatever he wanted to rule this country.
So, but all this did not happen.
What did not happen? In nutshell, to make it short, Barrow was standing. He was standing.
Waiting.
Now my case is finished. Another arm, I'm waiting for another arm. You know, government is 3 and we all know it.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for another arm that will give me power to exercise my power as an executive. But that one did not happen.
Okay.
That one did not happen. They left him alone.
Yeah.
Now he was standing waiting.
Yeah.
Now, to have something that he can bank on to govern this country, that never happened.
Yeah.
They could not have settled their dust. They could not have settled their own houses. It was scattered.
Yeah.
Everybody goes your own way.
So it was.
Some of them are saying that we don't want our party to die.
Yeah, but
it has been said here.
When all those things did not happen,
yes,
Mr. Barrow had not been left with no instrument now how to go about it.
Very well.
So he conveniently chose
the constitution
over 3 years.
Over the 3 years.
Is the failure of all this this procedure, does that give him excuse to say, well, now I'm going to take 5 years because that's after me more. I can entrench myself in power even after that.
It's not about entrenching yourself.
Well, he is.
Hadn't been coalition stick to their agreement and stick to their terms and conditions and stick together.
He wouldn't have any power.
Together. Yes. He wouldn't have any power over anybody.
So he would have stepped down by now if that was the wish. If that was the wish of
he would not even have exercise that power. He would strictly go abide the coalition MOU. Okay. He cannot hire or fire without the consent of the majority party of the coalition.
Okay.
He cannot do many things. He will only serve as coalition president, not executive president. But the failure to do so, that comes from them. So now Barrow is an executive president.
So now all this
he's a constitutional president now.
So all these failures are now good excuses for him to go for 2021 and 2026, even for 2020.
As alluded to by our constitution, it did not stop him.
The constitution allowed everybody to contest. I did not contest.
Yes.
You did not contest.
And you can contest.
No, you did not contest. No, but listen, it's Mr. Barrow's wish already to go up, and that's why he's going. Okay, Nyima.
That's what I'm saying. Just to conclude that person.
Yeah.
Now, as we all know, now he is governing the country based on the constitution. That's the hard fact.
Yeah.
You can deny it 1 million times. I can deny it. It's only going to be a barrel of perceptions. You cannot agree. I cannot agree.
It does not change.
All right. Now he is hiring, and he is firing based on the constitution.
It does not change.
The constitution did not stop him from contesting beyond his 5 years limit. He can contest for another term.
You can all the niceties and all the protocols that are all embedded in this coalition. May be important, may be valid, but it didn't change the fact from the bigger picture on the surface that the president said 3 years and is now going for 5 years.
Very well.
That's what I'm saying. So that's morally unjustifiable.
That's what. Maybe you may not think that is
justifiable. If I were listening to this whole thing about the Gambia in London, in Australia, New Zealand, I would not have time or even an understanding of all these protocols you are talking about. What I will remember is I had this man say he will go for 3.
Yes.
Now I'm hearing he said he's going to 5. The reasons you outline here wouldn't have mattered. So it all comes to people's mind generally that Mr. Barrow said 3, now he's going for 5.
But that's justification to that. That's what I'm saying. Even the 3 years.
That is what will come.
Even 3 years itself. There's something that warranted that 3 years issue.
Okay.
That's what God was saying. So now 5 years also, there's something that warranted to 5 years.
Now, he had said now he's going to respect the constitution because he thinks he cannot respect the MOU. A lot of people still are not convinced. So that's where we left it as of the new year.
Very well.
Nyima, yes, to cap this thing, the NPP, because we are going to Bakari Daba and we're going back to 3 years, Jotna. The National People's Party. That is, do you think it will have any chance to draw the limited number of voters you have already who might have all taken position, with the existing political forces? Did you see the party with any chance, as Dampha is saying that they are coming with a difference and they are going to win with a landslide perhaps?
I'm interested to know what the difference is going to be. I'm inclined to say that Barrow doesn't have any chance, based on the fact that he doesn't have the political base that other political parties that are already established have. And he has, like I said, he has set a precedence that is not going to be convincing for anybody who is aware of how politics works. Because Barrow have said so many times, when he's been reminded about his deceitful actions, he said, that's politics. That's politics. We've been through that 22 years. We don't want to go back there. And I think this is what makes people wary of what the kind of president we currently have. But you want to also be careful about African politics because incumbencies always have advantages. They have the resources at their disposal. Although people are going to be watchful to see how this government is going to manage the president is going to manage his politics, either by spending public money or not. But if he resorts to that, then he has all the resources to be able to seek advantage for himself. But also, the difference that you're pointing to, I don't know how that's going to look like, because incumbency also means that some people have something to judge your activities by. So Barrow has been in power for 3 years. What does he have to show for it?
Okay.
That is going to be very crucial in the next
So Dampha, incumbency doesn't mean that you can complete projects that you can show to people, but people have also known about your record for being unfaithful to your words, etc. And all this can count. So if you have an advantage of showing us that I built the bus roads and bridges, people would say we also had you reneging on your promises. So you can have this. But then let's get back to Nyima on the Gambia for all. Well, this is free for all now. We may not belong. You belong to different groups, but
you
Gambia
already started asking me something.
Okay. All right, that's it. That's it. He said Barrow probably have no chance because the voters are already well aligned and rooted into the existing political blocks. Mr. Barrow had no base, although he has the incumbency, which can count as an advantage, but it can also count as a disadvantage because people would have known your bad side as well.
Really, we are not banking on this incumbency issue.
Well, that is what
we already have our. We already made.
But the coalition agreement had said that they don't want incumbency to have undue advantage. So it's important.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. We did our homework thoroughly. It's not necessarily for us to be banking on this because we had incumbencies and this and that. No. Okay. We have already existing political basis.
Where exactly?
We have all over this country. I told you here, we are having this fans club.
Mr. Dampha.
No, let me just tell you. I just want to tell the iceberg of
Let me get to Mr. Dampha. Mr. Barrow was always UDP. He had never had any political base. It was always UDP. When he left the UDP, he had only the incumbency, the presidency. That's all. Now, each time he went around, he went as president. So he used the incumbency to get people to consolidate his political
That's why I wanted to clarify.
You cannot change that.
That's why I wanted to clarify here.
Where was his political group before the incumbency?
That's why I wanted to clarify. You
cannot discount the incumbency from him using the incumbency as a tool. You cannot discount that because he had no political base.
I just wanted to come up.
So if you are saying incumbency is not important,
just give you tip of the iceberg on our.
Then let's go.
The strategies that we put in place already.
You put in place when you are president. When you are president. Using the office and influence of the president.
Politics is fluctuation.
There you go. Okay,
politics. I just give you the historical records.
Yeah.
PPP was the biggest party here for 30 years.
Yes.
They dominated all the election cycles.
They abused incumbents.
Good. I don't know, maybe if they could have also started here to correct the
They go to farmers, meet the farmers.
I cannot accuse them of being abusing what do you think?
Yeah.
Maybe when they're here, they can just also elaborate more.
I'm telling you, they abuse it.
APR also came into
They abuse it even for that.
They were the biggest
party. They abuse it even for that.
They switch on everything.
They abuse it even worse.
No, they can stand to be corrected or to correct you. Maybe.
No, people pay them tax to go and meet the farmers. They politicize it. That's Barrow and Jammeh did that. Jawara and Jammeh did that. Barrow is doing exactly.
What I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
What I'm saying.
From where?
What I'm saying.
Let's listen to it.
Politics is fluctuation. There is no permanent condition in politics. That's what I'm saying. When we came, and we know that our president have an ambition, political ambition, there was a fraction even between UDP itself. Greater part of UDP indigenous supporters are now with Barrow.
Well, that's what you will claim.
And now with Barrow, that's what I will say.
That's what you will claim.
They are regional chairmen who serve on
well, we know
through these 20 years.
We know of chairmen and MPs.
That's what I'm saying. I just want to give you. I just want to give you the example.
Well, that's what you will claim.
That's a hard fact.
Well, they will claim different things.
Maybe they can claim. That's what I said.
Okay.
It's fluctuation. I don't say what I'm saying is the.
No, but we are talking about incumbency. How do you?
No, I am saying we are not banking on incumbency to influence anybody. All what we are saying, we have deep-rooted structures for this party, National People's Party, all over the country, black level,
and those came from UDP.
World level.
And all of them
from
came
and other parties, many parties, even
GDC. And APRC.
GDC, you've seen the trend now. Most of the supporters from GDC, they are now aligned with us.
You will
APRC.
You will claim.
I can name names.
You will claim.
Even yesterday, day before yesterday,
yes.
there was a guy that I used to share political platform with heated debates, Omar BI. He is now with us.
Omar BI?
Yes.
The APP.
APP.
But that guy's party only existed on paper. He
but he came with his executive.
Executive?
Yes, more than 20 people.
They were never
all over the country.
The party is never registered.
Never registered. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying you don't only say only people
well, the
from
UDP can claim
are with us.
But the UDP
many people from the APRC, from other parties, GDC, other parties,
GDC can claim,
and even the upcoming parties that they wanted to register now they want to back down for us because we share similar agendas.
They want to back down. That's APP.
APP and others. Some of them are even coming.
Not registered.
Some of them are even coming. Even the registered parties.
We have not.
Some of the registered parties trying to at least to align themselves.
Or registered parties.
Registered parties.
That is NRP.
And remember.
That's NRP.
No. I'm not referring to the existing coalition members that are with us.
Or new ones
but
that
the
are
new ones
registered.
are yet to be in coalition.
Okay.
So maybe you may see, subsequently you may see a lot of defection or a lot of alliance. Fantastic. As Nima has said, that people will not allow themselves to align with us because they lose trust in us. I am just saying, Nima, today people have trust in us more than ever before.
Fantastic. Now,
more than ever before. Now, and I can prove you.
Now let's talk.
I can prove everything to you.
We begin with GFA. That is, none of the GFA members are here. I'm afraid we extended multiple invitations to them. They could not make it. Okay. GFA, Gambia for All, which people easily say is a splinter group of the PPP, just as the NPP is a splinter group of the UDP. Mr. Dampha, you take that?
Yeah, I can say.
Okay, so now let's talk about it. Yeah. Do you agree that GFA is a splinter from the PPP?
I mean, that's obvious. I think Bibi Dabo just could not align or could not reconcile his differences with his main party, which is PPP. But if he was able to do so, there was no reason to split from the PPP. Because already the PPP, at least they had the historical base to be able to appeal to. GFA would have to would have to do something completely different from what PP is doing in order to be able to build a support base for themselves. And I think I don't even think that's possible. For me, if you ask me, I don't think GFA has a chance other than just forming an alliance with other parties.
With other parties. Yeah. But what about the PPP from which it split?
They're both struggling.
They're both struggling.
Yeah.
3 years, Jotna, of course, I don't know. I don't know what is the GFA's position on your move, but do you think, how do you welcome the GFA? How do you react to it?
Yeah, we welcome them if they are not so deceptive. Because only political deceptions.
I see. For you.
For me, I don't know politics much. I'm fighting for something that.
So as long as they are not Mr. Barrow, you welcome
as long as they are not Mr. Barrow, as long as they are not ranging from 1 to 2, I'm welcome. I welcome them in the Gambian.
But where do you think they will have a chance with all this?
Just as Numa just said, for them to have a chance, I think the only solution is to have alliance. Yeah, but
which way do you think the alliance may be? Nobody didn't treat that. Where do you think they may? Which party do you think they are close?
I know where you're heading to. I can't talk much on that, but I know it's not going to be with President Barrow because they know that if they form alliance with him, tomorrow is going to hit them with the hammer again. So the hammer is with him. You never lose the hammer. So
where do you think GFA might? Do they even have a chance? And where do you think if they're going to have an alliance, they may go to NPP?
First and foremost, you cannot just downplay their being into. Politics is about strategies.
Okay.
You cannot downplay any party. There's no smaller or bigger party in politics.
Yeah.
It depends on the method that you use. The last election cycle, you can be minority party. This election cycle, you can be majority party.
Yes.
Depend on the method and the strategy you use.
Definitely. Yeah.
You have to have a base.
Yes.
You have to party. You want to not only based on the elites. Elitism always create a problem for some parties.
Is that a warning to Citizen Alliance or something?
I don't refer to them. I don't make mention. But what I want, if you just want to make
something, we're talking about GFA, yes.
you want to make something in politics in the Gambia here. You should have control the basis, the political base. You should align yourself with the grassroots people. Make sure you speak to their languages and you listen to them, and make sure you start to motivate them. Politics is eye service. Make sure that you are everywhere. You are seen everywhere. You spend. You have to be seen everywhere.
Yes.
Materials, eye service. Everywhere you should be seen, and people know that really, you are the man.
Much more if you are the
more,
president.
because many people don't know some of your policies and agenda. But they will be seeing you, this man is at everywhere. I'm having this t-shirt, I'm having... So they attempt to associate themselves to you. It's not about, sometimes it's not about the message that we are sending. At least maybe 60% of the citizenry will not even know your party agenda. They might not even know what you stand for.
Exactly.
Only the elites and few individuals will know, okay, I'm supporting you based on your party manifesto. But what is important now is to have basis,
the connection with the grassroots.
The connection with the grassroots people. You should have people who are very influential in terms of...
Bakary Dabo has a long history of being in Gambian politics.
So that gives you that, you know, he may have good strategies because he knows Gambia, he has been in the politics for so long. So he may know the methods that he can use to filter down to the grassroots people.
Okay.
So
from what you know of him or the people in the party, or maybe their pronouncements, which party, existing one, do you think they may likely allied with if there is going to be an alliance?
Yes, I'm not doubting that they will come to us. NPP. I have no doubt to that because we are the hot cake in the market now.
So if
we are the hot cake. Everybody wants to align themselves with us.
If they are really interested in any future, they will come.
They will come to us because what we have here, not everybody have it. And when are we going to show up now?
Even though you are only 1 week old.
I am very much obvious and very much optimistic that what we have in place, none of the party can stand, in front of us.
Is that financial money?
And not about financial.
Or incumbency,
people think that when he said Barrow, I'm supporting Barrow, they say money.
Well, because
Barrow have no power, have no money to give out to this out to everybody. That's out of it. People have love for him.
Okay.
And when this man says that my brother and my boss, he always refer me as his boy. Me, I also refer him as my boss.
Okay.
You want to take politicians to account. That is the essence of their movement. I think so.
That's what they claim.
But my doubt is it for them only Barrow is the one should be put to account, or the rest of the politicians?
Only Barrow is the president.
That's the
There's
president.
only one.
No, okay.
My
What I'm saying
to understand.
That's one takes up. Come. He's coming.
I'm
He's coming. Yes.
I'm coming.
Yes.
Barrow did politics. That's what gave him chance to be there.
Yes. Yes.
And there's existing political leaders here in the country. And they are also trying to be there through political means.
Exactly.
At least we should start putting them to account before they are there first. Because you should have said, okay, I learned my lesson from this man. He told us this.
Yes.
And when he is there, he did not abide by his own words. Now, why AOB also saying the same thing? Nonetheless, he's not even there. He tried to deviate. He's trying to deviate from along the line.
Right.
Can we just correct him before he will get there?
I will tell you how.
My question is for Aji. It's not about you.
Okay, let's listen.
So, but it's for everybody. I'm just joking. But what I am saying, I think it will be very fair enough to put everybody to account, not only to single out somebody. Despite that he is the president or something like that. Okay. But generally, we have to generalize everything. We shouldn't be narrowly perceiving things or fighting narrowly. When we are fighting corruption or anything else, you have to just look at it in a broader perspective, not about just my suggestion. But and more or less, I know that we stand in a better chance, and our president did not deviate. He did not break any promises.
Wow.
In fact, he is trying to consolidate our democracy and our constitution. Wow. That's the voice of the citizens. So I thank him for that.
That's clear.
Yes. I think before before he came in, let me just abandon what he said a bit. I think my boss, he said something that he learned from his mentor.
At least that's a decorum.
he learned it from his mentor. Because if my boss can stand here and say that Barrow did not break any promise, that vindicated Barrow's position that if you are in politics, you can say any sort of thing that you wanted, as far as you wanted to win the hearts of the people. Whether it is false or truth, it don't care as a politician. Just say it. That's what he just attested right now. Because Barrow came with, he confessed that I, President Barrow, I will be an independent candidate of the coalition. And I will serve for only 3 years, which is the transitional government. And then I will not contest in the next subsequent election. This is a video viral. Everybody is watching. I'm not even talking about the agreement there. This is now a contract between President Barrow and electorate. Let's forget about the agreement completely. as far as he confessed it to the electors that I'm going to serve you as an independent candidate, which he did. And then I'm going to serve for only 3 years. And I'm not going to contest in the next election that coming. I'll create a level playing ground for politicians to feel themselves that definitely today we are in an era of democracy. Everybody has the right to contest multiple party system. But that field, I'm going to be a referee, whom I'm not going to belong to any team. But if the referee now is coming up and saying that I'm going to create my own football team where I'm going to be the striker, can that referee blow that match fairly? And he's saying that the man does not renege or break any promise?
No, he's never a referee now.
Well, he said
he's never a referee. Now he's a player. He himself is a player now.
He said
he's not a referee now.
He said all the process.
He's a player now.
And I'm coming, Mr. Cham. And then again, he said that we are narrowly holding only President Barrow accountable, which definitely I think he's mistaken. Operation 3 Jotna, if anybody is following our forums, any political leader who try to blind himself on these 3 agreement, we follow it. We follow Halifa Sallah.
Recently,
it began with UDP leader, Lawyer Dabo. We were existing before he was sacked. We tried to put all fire on him to make sure that let him sue us to court. Because he said that when he was accountable for the 5 years, he was going to sue us to court. And then we follow him up to the last minute. And we are continue following. OJ came in.
And recently Halifa Sallah.
Okay, I'm just going step by step. OJ also came in. Saying that these 3 Jotna are people who shouldn't be listened to. He said that I think Abuko, in a meeting at Abuko. We follow OJ until I think he regretted. Halifa also the same thing. My party also the same thing. So we are not narrowly holding President Barrow accountable. We are keenly following all politicians who are part and parcel of this 3 years agreement. So we are not biased. We are there for everyone.
I wanted to wrap this, we've taken to the 3 years Jotna subject. There's something concerning them. So
I just wanted to wrap it with a clarification to make here. I don't think President Barrow is any ordinary politician. He is not. The way people hold politicians accountable, politicians who are not in office yet, it's by not voting for them when they do not agree with their actions. If you do not agree with their actions, you don't vote for them, right? That's how we hold them to account. That's how to show them that you are not doing things the right way that appeal to us, and therefore we're not going to put you into office. Who's already in office, someone who is at the head of the helm of affairs of the state,
whom we have given money,
exactly,
we have given resources,
who is responsible for our lives in all aspects. That is not an ordinary individual, and our entire focus and attention should be on him, and I don't think that should be questioned.
Okay, let's move on to Nima, to the 3 years Jotna. Mr. Suare, last night we understand you had you had a fracas with the police, just to put it mildly. There were messages and concerns all over from people who said they are concerned about the breakdown of what they call democracy, etc., etc. And can you tell us exactly what happened at your planned fundraising last night?
Thank you for bringing that concern, because it's a concern for every Gambian citizen who fight for this day to come. Yesterday, as you said right now, we have organized a fundraising at Semegejane Hall, which is at Talinding. Upon our arrangement to the show, police came in there, I think around 5 o'clock, or before 5 o'clock, I think it was 4, because I was not there. But immediately at their arrival, they called me. When they called me, I was there, and then we talked to them and then asked them why they are there. They said that we cannot go ahead with our proposed fundraising because we didn't actually acquire a police permit. It was definitely a news to me, a shocking news to me.
So what happened next after they said you could? They sealed the place?
Yeah, of course. What happened was those people who came there first time, when we talked to them, they left.
Wow.
But in the night time, when we are trying to start the program, people started buying tickets to come and then see them, enjoy themselves with the chorus and then others. The police just surrounded the place and said nobody's going to enter. The reason why, they said that it is a permit that's supposed to be applied before you guys organize a fundraising inside in a place whereby it is secured in a fenced multi-purpose center. So I asked them to say a permit. But how can you attest to me that people have been applying for permit for these kind of events? They said that no, we don't care about that, but all what we know that there is a permit that is needed for you guys to go ahead with this event. No reason was tabled, it is only this. So we push and pull with them. I don't know if there was not there, but I called my executive and tell them that Look, because they said permit. Now we don't want to. I think it's a provocation, but they cannot test our tempers. If they are not law abiding, let's be law abiding. Because if law is for the if there's a law for the Gambia, I think it shouldn't be law for one.
No,
it should be law for all. But I've been doing programs like events like this almost my entire life now at the same spot, and then doing it without a permit. No police was there to question me why I do this. You don't have a permit. So why 3years Jotna was the question.
Okay. So what did the police say?
This is the only thing they said. They said we cannot go ahead with the event. We should go and apply for a permit. Then go ahead.
So at that point, the 3 years Jotna said, saying that you believe, in your experience, nobody on this kind of events had never been required to seek permit from the police.
Yes, in my experience.
It has never happened.
Yes, in my experience. And people,
we tried, actually, it must be said, to get the police side of the story. Since in the morning, we only got through to the PRO who said he's going to find out from the relevant authorities and get back to us. We hope he could have by the time we come on air, but we still haven't had anything from them. But Nyima, and perhaps Dampha.
It was just a foul play. Let me just go. It was just a foul play.
You are accusing the police of...
Yes, it's a big foul play, in fact. Because if you think that definitely we organize something that is against the law, why not arrest them and then take them to the court? Because we already organized it.
No, probably because you did not
go
ahead.
Stop it. We were on the program.
Yeah, what I mean is...
We were on the program. The arrangement was there.
But they didn't arrest you because you stopped when they asked you to stop?
Because I have done it first. They arrested me while I don't even reach to the place I'm going. Yes, of course. I was to assemble when they were to amend these 3 years to 5 years. On my way to the center of protest, they arrested me on the way. I don't even reach to the place that I'm going. So why not the same thing apply to this one also?
You mean they did not arrest? They
did not arrest, but
because they knew you were not breaking any law.
Of course, that's what I can say, because the intention was to jeopardize the program so that nobody will buy tickets.
To sabotage it.
To sabotage it.
To
so
sabotage
people who should attend the program or the event will not have the chance to buy ticket and enter. And then that will slow us for the fundraising that we wanted. It will slow the whole
sabotage your program.
Yeah, that's the intention. So that's why I say it's a foul play.
According to you, the police that have no law, they are not backed by any law to stop it because that event never requires permission.
A permit. But if there is a law, why was it applied before 3 years Jotna's event? Because I have been doing it and without no permit.
And so many people have been organizing fundraisings at that place, and you never know of a time when they had to be given a permit.
I have never known, and I have never heard that somebody was arrested because of something.
Nyima and Dampha, what do you make of it? Do you think have you ever had? I have told you what the police. We contacted them since in the morning. They wouldn't come to us. The PRO said. He's going to get back and get all the facts. Perhaps he could get back. He hasn't done that. But have you ever known of any fundraising event that you know?
Require permits?
Yes. In your experience, even though you don't agree with 3 years Jotna.
No. I have to be sincere enough. Me, I have no problem with 3 years Jotna.
Okay.
I never condemn them.
Now you disagree with them.
Yes, I disagree with them, but their constitutional rights should be respected. As far as the abiding laws of the land. So I one time, that's the time of the Fura, a lot of Furals events happens in the country. But there's a lot of criminal activities happening in the Furals events. Sometimes people stab each other to death or something like that. So at Brikama area, I know of Brikama. I cannot say in KMT, but I know of Brikama. Sometimes they will ask those who want to organize Fural to go to seek police permit. So the essence of that, the protection, police, sometimes will give few men to come and just be around the event, so that there is no that sort of crime to occur. But even that now, it has been so long because I never see any full. But a program like this, I never come across to seeking permit or something like that. It's not very common to my knowledge, I can say. But nonetheless. As an organized entity like 3 years Jotna, you organize a fundraising and you're anticipating to have more resources out of it. And they also spend a lot of money, I can say, because you have to pay advance. And so if such a things occurred, and you think that really it was a sabotage, which is not only based on any law of the existing law of the land, I think they should not relent in their effort to pursue the matter to the highest authorities. Police is an institution that is here to enforce the law. But they are not lawmakers, and they're also not above the law. If you think that really, there's a foul play in it, as he claimed, I don't think there's anything stopping them to pursue the matter. I heard one of their audio yesterday. They were talking to one police officer. I don't know, either police commissioner or something like that. So they, is it Sana? Yes. Yeah. So they told him, is there any existing law that required us to seek permit before holding any program of this? The police say he cannot be in position to answer the question. He said they know that this is their right to come and impound their program to stop it. It's their right, their constitutional right. But if they want to know either it's lawful or unlawful, let them go to Supreme Court for any interpretation. That's what the police officer told them.
That's what the police.
That's what police told them. I can according to the audio.
That's what happened.
Yes. So he asked them to go to the highest authorities in terms of the law of the land to seek for an interpretation. And I can even give them a guide. Let them go to Supreme to the court, to the higher court. You even apply a permit. Even if you apply a permit to hold a rally or any other event, for any instant your permit been denied, you shouldn't stop there. You have right to go to high court for redress. So there's a lot of avenue for citizens to engage themselves with, rather than to resort to the violence. The laws of the land discourage violence activities in all the forms. If police deny you, you also have another avenue to seek for redress. So I'm advising them to take those roads to at least to address their anger.
But nonetheless, you believe that it's quite strange that fundraising events have been stopped because they didn't happen.
It's quite strange for me because my only knowledge is that of plurals that occurred in Brikama areas. But even that there's crime rates,
that one is an open place, maybe
crime rates and stuff like that. So I am aware of that. But for these kind of events, I never know.
How do you?
I am.
From what we haven't had from the police yet, but we got a little bit gist of what their reaction had been yesterday, or the audio Dampha quoted that the policeman said, "Well, if you want to know whether what we are doing is lawful or not, you go to the Supreme Court." What do you make of it?
I'm so disturbed by this. I don't think it's accurate. If, say, for example, I'm driving on the road and the police stop me and say, leave the road, I want to know why. And the police should be in a position to explain to me what laws of the land I have broken. I don't need to go to the Supreme Court or to the High Court to be able to know that. The police, as the custodian of law, should be able to tell me that this is the law. You are not supposed to hold a fundraising event without seeking permit because that is the law. The police should be able to tell them that. If they are not in a position, then that's an abuse of power. And like you said, I would encourage 3 years, Jotna, or any citizen that feels that the police have encouraged upon their rights to take the matter to the court to seek redress for abuse of power.
Of course.
Because that's what they have done. This whole thing about the permit, this is something that we need to discuss nationally. Because it's not encouraging to be trying to create an environment that is free for all to express themselves. But on the other hand, you bring in these clawback things that are going to be taking away those rights from the people. Why would people need to seek permit to hold an event in an enclosed area in order to seek funds, raise funds for their activities? It cannot be lawful.
Dampha and Nima, wouldn't it not be really plausible for anybody to think that because of their opposition to the government, the 3 years Jotna, because of their opposition to government, that this is not coincidental. They probably might have been targeted for suppression of their rights. And does that not resonate with concerns about we dragging back to dictatorship? Because this was common in Jammeh's time, peaceful gatherings either have to look for permits, people who are believed to be opposed to the government, as these people have demonstrated. So, is it not quite plausible for somebody to suspect that this is sanctioned by government?
That could be a suspicion. Suspicious. Really, I don't think it hold any water. It hold any water or any justifications. My reasons being this: like when 3 years Jotna wanted to do their peaceful protest, they acquired permit to the government entity.
Yes.
And they were never denied of doing that. Yes. And that one is more even dreadful to the government than the fundraising. So I don't think anybody can insinuate this incident to the maybe the interference of the government or something like this, dictatorship or something like that.
Yeah, but we have never known an announcement where they said even fundraising events have to have permission.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
The people who had King City With Yusuf Noor and Wali Sekar and not recently, yesterday, Vivian Titi and others. I've never known them
seeking permit.
That's what we're saying. Is it?
In fact,
if
it was a law,
we are in a
should seek permit
yes.
for fundraising activities. We should challenge that.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying. Yes. We are in the same context when it comes to this matter. I just want to deviate. I just want to totally condemn the assassins or the thought that the government has any interference in these things.
I'm saying,
because perception, it could be suspicious. Yes. I don't deny that one. Yes. You cannot just control people's thinking. You cannot just control people's thinking. You can think like this, somebody else can think the other way. Yes. But what I want to clarify here, having been that is a threat, this fundraiser is a threat to the government. They could have stopped 3years Jotna from the demonstrations. That is more threatful to them than this fundraiser. They could have done that one. But they just give them their right. They give them the permit. They went and protest. And they even put more resources. Gambia police force were there on the government expenses, government resources, to protect them and to also make sure that everything goes. So now, if police did something like this, and they failed to explain to them the rationale behind their denial for them to hold the program there, the best thing, let them proceed with the due process of the law. Yeah. Let them take the bold step, as Nima alluded to. Let them go to court and sue the IGP for any damage that has been
for damages,
for
abuse of
that's
all viable.
I don't believe in going to the ghetto, talking perception and go home like that. If you think that your life or your right has been encroached or been dashed with, as a citizen of the country, don't only go there and be assuming or be accusing people blatantly like that or irresponsible utterances. That's not the order of the day. We've seen now the judicial independence of this country. The Chief Justice have alluded to the day that the President was opening the legislative year. He said the President not even have his number. He never called him.
The President himself said he will never call anybody.
He will never call anybody. So now the police are not above the law. They are only there to enforce the laws. So if you think that police has done on you or did anything that is foul, you are the citizen. You are the one paying them. You are the taxpayers. So before you just start to blame government this and that, go and take your decision.
I'm not denying that we are not going to take this matter to the court or we are going to take the matter to the court. What I was saying is it's a foul play.
You believe definitely
it's a foul play and it's totally condemned. The matter for the court, I know the court is there for everybody. But their mission was definitely to sabotage that program. And what their first claim was is that when we asked them a question, they said that it's an order from the top. And we all know here in the Gambia, we are used to that word, the order from the top.
That sounds James. That's
James. So a police is coming to execute his or her own duty, but does not even know what should he or she should do. But unless and until somebody should be on the top there, who is not even knowing what is happening here, saying you go and put your hand in the fire, and you go and put your hand in that fire.
So you mean people are not learning from?
They are not learning from the mistakes. Yes. That's why we did not insist as a movement. Since they claim that they are the police and then they are not going to order us to continue what we are doing, I made a call. I was not there. But as the first person, I called my chairman. I couldn't get him because he was so stressed. And I have to call the other executives to roster the play because it's a fundraising committee. So for me, I don't normally attend such programs. So but I have to call other members to roster to the ground so that the other members will not go and do something that is going to against the law. So if the police are not there to respect the law, rule of law is for everybody. Let's be the citizens, be law abiding. We have been following the laws of this land. Anything that we are doing, we know that the Constitution said we can go and exercise our rights under Section 25. Yes. But the Public Order Act is there to suppress us. Exactly. But we never close our eyes on it. We do go and apply for it. Okay. So this was the patriotism that we are. Yeah. We don't want to take things in our own hand. But for law to be definitely consistent in this country, neither the authorities nor the citizens should undermine whatsoever they are doing.
So you consider last night's event as a violation of your rights?
Of course, a total violation of our rights.
And you believe to say that the order comes from the top?
Of course,
it smacks of a dictatorial tendency.
Of course, again, replicating itself.
You believe it might be politically motivated?
It's political, indeed, it's politically motivated.
Because you are opposed to the president.
Of course, it's politically motivated.
The president's agenda or the government's agenda.
Of course.
Well, we must emphasize at this point that we try to get the police to explain their side of the story, but We managed to get to the PRO, but he said he could.
He wouldn't. Even
collect facts and get back to us, but he hasn't done that when we came.
Because you know, if the police.
We are yet to hear from the police. We assume and we know for a fact that it is not common for this kind of social events to seek permission. So if it happens to 3 years, Jotna, or any other group, there will be questions as to whether are we not now starting a new, a new development where we have to...
A new buffer of a dictator?
Where we have to get permits for even things that we are going to take at the back of our street.
Maybe name and ceremony.
Of course.
Yeah, so what do you intend to do? Mr. Dampha has suggested if he were in his position, he will go for higher court and look for clarification and even redress.
Yeah, we called a meeting in the morning, but I couldn't attend it because of this program.
Okay.
But we are calling a press conference like late in the evening today to decide what we are going to do.
Okay.
Because we cannot leave this matter to go like that. Right. The law is there for everybody.
Absolutely.
We are equal to this law. It does not say that Cham can do this, Haji cannot do it. Okay. He said that if Cham cannot do something, Haji cannot also do it. Okay. Because right for one, right for all. But law for one, also law for all. So if the police think that this is definitely a violation of the Public Order Act, why can't they code a section?
Okay.
But we asked them, they said that interpretation. Interpretation means that you said section 25 says so, but to interpret it is the Supreme Court. But you cannot even code the section that says that I cannot do my program at that place. You said, let me go and look for interpretation. That's the audio he's talking about. Interpretations and the provisions of the Constitution is different. Provide the Constitution that say that section that say that I cannot do this. Then if I ask you to interpret it, you said I'll go to the Supreme Court and take a lawyer for him to stand for me. But I said that which law deny me doing this? You said I'll go and look for interpretation. What type of interpretation am I going to look for? You don't even quote a section.
Absolutely.
So we are totally disappointed, and I think the police should learn from the past. Because no matter what they can do, no intimidation or suppressions can let this country backward again. We will never allow it. It is not going to be tolerated again. We are all going to take ourselves together so that we are not going to be like them. Because if they come with force, we go with force, the country will be out of peace. Yeah. So this is why when they go with force, we go with sense. We told them, yes, now you said you could come to us. We look for all evidence that they said.
Yes.
We advise our members to disperse. We go away. Yes, we spend a lot of money to do it, but peace is more costly than that money. We try to disperse and look for peace.
So Dampha, yet again, the 3 years movement have conducted themselves very maturely and very, very impressively. Yes, according to him, when the police insisted they go, even though they believe their rights were violated, they dispersed peacefully and said we will use the law again to seek redress.
That's very fantastic.
Is that commendable?
That's what is expected of every patriotic citizen of the country. Despite that we have divergent opinions, we can never concord to each other. You can never share the same idea with everybody. But the country belongs to all of us, and the peace and stability of this country is paramount.
Who won the moral high ground last night, the police or the 3 years Jotna?
3 years Jotna, it has always been. And you know what? What is frustrating about this whole thing is that there is commitment. There is commitment from the citizenry to uphold the values of democracy in this country. And that's what the 3 years Jotna have been showcasing, to showing restraint, seeking for permits, even though we all agree that this permit thing should not even be there. Like people should notify the police about their events so that they are provided security. But nobody should go to the police and say, give me permission or otherwise to conduct myself in this way in order to express myself. It doesn't make sense. It's a violation of the...
But that's a provision of the Constitution, the same Constitution.
It's not
No, it is not.
All falls. No. What she's trying to say is all falls on
the Section 25, Subsection 1.
Exactly.
You can exercise your right and assembly.
Should be unconstitutional.
Yes. The police order act says that if you are doing it, you need to go and seek the permission of the police. But not notification, but permission. The permission there, we say that no, but we still respect that permission there. Because of why? It is enacted by our National Assembly. So with that suppressive law, we still abide by it and go and apply for the law.
You know,
but the Constitution is supreme. That's Constitution Constitution. He is fighting for today. He's standing and backing President Barrow. Even though the Constitution he is trying to back President Barrow, that Constitution was never tightened to President Barrow. He opened a door that President Barrow selected. So the Constitution was definitely overseen by the Public Order Act. We say that I can't even exercise my right without go and seek the satisfaction of somebody. I'm doing my program. You said I have to satisfy you before I do it. I should, in case, notify you to provide me a security because I'm paying you for that. You should provide me for a security. That's notification. I'm doing this program at this certain place. Did you have the security that I needed at this time? If you don't have, you say no. You requested for security, but I don't have this type of security at my disposal at this point in time. But not to seek your permission. This is what we are talking about. But still, the permission is there. People are abiding. The police are even taking that permission that it is their own. It is not their own. It's not theirs. It is for us. So when we apply for it, at the necessary points, let them abide by and give it us. But when it is not also necessary, let them not push citizens to that last fence. Because it can create any chaotic situation for us. We don't want it. So
well, people have observed that where the police really give permits, matters go peacefully. Where there is a bit of a restriction, that's where conflicts happen. They have accused the police. But like I said, we have tried very well to get the police side of the story, but we cannot. And we will welcome them when they have something to say. Yes, finally, Mr. Dampha.
Yeah, my take on this, I don't want to speculate anything here. Okay. I just want to encourage and advise the 3 years Jotna movement. Whenever they've seen that their rights have been infringed by any other organs of this country, let them take the law as their redress. Because we're all citizens of the country. Police are not above the law, they are only there to enforce the laws. But the Public Order Act also is also, they say the laws of the land and order, the constitution of the country and other laws of the land. The Public Order Act is also part of that other laws of the land. That's the interpretation at the Supreme Court. Because there's a guy who took the same clause to Supreme Court for interpretation. They told him yes, it's binding because it's part of the other laws of the land.
That is why he's saying that we are still back to square one, because this Public Order Act and this thing all fall under the general category of us still, being under dictatorship. And the unwillingness. Now listen. My point is now the unwillingness on the part of the government of today, to get rid of these things. They want to keep it perhaps for a day like yesterday, when opposition people would be prevented from exercising their right. Example.
My take on this.
Suspiciously,
My take on this. We never go back to square one. I can disagree to that. Why? We have independent of the judicial system now. If you think so, your right has been violated, go to the court.
But what about,
why citizens are afraid of going to court to sue the government?
If you're
or to sue the institution like police?
But what can
sue them to court, let them pay your money, your damage.
But can't we just can we just
this Public Order Act issue. We have now been seeing the new draft is in place. Let people come out. We see secularism, take a lot of attention. Why not people to come and say we are condemning this Public Order Act now? We don't want to see it anymore.
No, people have contributed. It's just like the secular one.
Now, let us wait until the outcome of the Constitution. When the new Constitution is coming to be, and we see no Public Order Act now, then we all become free.
Finally, yes.
It's not a constitutional
but it's part of other laws of the land.
That's what I'm saying.
It's part of other laws of the land.
Those other laws of the land contradicts the Constitution.
Yes.
They becomes no.
But that's the interpretation of the Supreme Court. They say it's binding because it's part of order of the land.
It needs to be challenged.
It's there because there are people who challenge this provision there and they fail.
Yes.
What I'm telling you, what I want to add,
such as the UDP leadership who were
who contested
what I'm trying to add there is nobody is denying the Public Order Act, but provisions that contradicted the Constitution is where people are arguing.
Just as
the Public Order Act has to be there.
Just as Mr. Barrow has said anything.
The Constitution cannot say all. The Constitution can only begin something. So, and other laws of the land should enforce that statement of the Constitution. But state provisions that contradicted the Constitution, that's what people are fighting for. You see this, I think 1961, I think it is volume 22.
Well, you seem to be a doi product like Dampha.
Yes.
Where you doi? You're also a doi product.
I think
so all of you owe a lot to Khalifa and others.
Yes.
Whatever organization you belong.
Do this without not going to seek the permission of the police.
So you see all these doi products, they betray doi and become.
I'm not a doi product. I've never been to a political party.
3 years Jotna with doi was in agreement. And there's Dampha who is an MP.
And my surprise is now, they are banking on the Constitution to protect them. And they are fighting the same Constitution. Because Constitution says 5 years to the president. Why do you have to fight?
Nobody fights.
Saying that Mr. Barrow also is leaning on the Constitution because every other thing has really...
We are backing him. We say we are backing him because of the constitutional provisions.
He said that the Public Order Act, which is contrary to the Constitution, should also...
And they are asking police to clearly state it to them because of their right has been violated and there is no constitutional clause to...
But let me clarify this.
So constitution is supreme. Let us all respect the laws.
We are not fighting the constitution here. Let me get it very clear. Section 65 is the provision Barrow took and sold to electorates. Is it not part of the constitution?
Yes,
even though it is willful, but it's part of the constitution. He willingly choose that section and leave section 63 to choose section 65. Say that I'm a content guy. I have all what I should have before being a president. So I only want to lead this difficult period to take us from 22 years to a new era, which is this new dispensation that we are all enjoying today. And we cannot give him any credit there because hence he break that promise. All credit goes to electorates, not him.
Very well, very well. That section 65 he's saying did not also say he have to by force honor it. If he failed to do so, we have to force him out.
Was he
never said that.
Was he pointed a gun?
Section 65.
Was he pointed a gun?
No. Section 65 says very clearly you can resign voluntarily or even is incapacitated or something like that. We all know. But he did not say it. He did not say it. When he failed to do so, whatever he should be going, he should be removed by force. No, he never said so. So when he said, I'm going to sit for 5 years in conformity with section 63, you have no moral authority to force him out.
You can be asked, you can be pressurized.
And he can be forced out as well through other means.
To force
impeachment.
With other means. Impeachment, let them take that route. Yeah. Let them take that route to the parliament.
Thank you very much, Mr. Essa Dampha, Mr. Suare of the 3 years Jotna, Nima Kamara, of course, from the House and also from the University of the Gambia. So as we stand, the NPP is now up and running. According to Mr. Dampha, they will come with a difference and we will see what they will be able to do. The 3 years Jotna have accused the police of violating their rights for not allowing their fundraising events to go ahead yesterday. We tried to get the police reaction, we couldn't get it the time we came on air. So until we come back here next week, perhaps with more details about this, and maybe we'll know who are the other members of the NPP executive or the 3 years Jotna, whether they have gone to the Supreme Court and other issues. We say goodbye for now. Thank you very much, gentlemen and ladies. Until then, we'll come back.
Skincare Plus nara jàkkaarloo ak yéen waxtaan ak yéen tuuti rek si suñu tube suñu baax emuñ rek ci ay diw waaye comme ni ngeen ko xamee rek dañoo yëngu ci ay tube te yënguñ nag si just any tube suñ tube bu nekk 5-star Jotna la 5-star Jotna mooy Jotna bi gën a pire moom la ñoo tube palmaan bi gën a fort moom la ñoo liggéeyee ñun rek si tube dara du doy day des not only dañoo tube but bu la neexee ñu tuubal la ba pare nag ñawal la. We're not all about skin. We are skin, care, and the plus does come in so many different ways.
No, ini bara. Alright, okay.
Welcome.
Basically, lot of lala me along is cool, man. That I can really relax. What the madam?
Yeah, Let them do somebody.
That's right. That's fine.
Slowly. Yes. No.
Yeah, actually, a lot of people are basically me alone very relaxed. So it's basically not like an spending. Very relaxed.
Nina from Nice one. Nidia, Nena Granville is the best guest house in the Gambia.
Beji andikam Grand Villa Guest House. Na labungol bebe senyaring adum na bungol bebe nyarandiring coming ibe la fila ila suwe taranyame. Until Grand Villa na kiliano la lafino wale mukanwatin telkang. Na ye sabati Grand Villa yela kodo na fa kalamuta.
Oh man, this is like a paradise.
I know.
I so much love this place.
Thank you.
Trust me, I love this place.
You can move somebody and you're watching what?
Yeah.
I know what Gambia Grand Villa.
I tell you. I love this place. Okay. I love this place, man. Oh yeah.
Ni lefta na kuo keso sotola. Futama Oljuntum Paradise Estate. Mbaya kumandiroke 7527218. Wale futana website auto www.grandvillaguesthouse.com. Grand Villa Guest House.
Dreaming of owning a property in a prime location with great proximity and fantastic neighborhood? EJ Investments Sanyang Seaview Estate is the best choice you have been waiting for. Our Sanyang Seaview Estate is approximately 15 minutes drive away from the busy hub of Brusubi roundabout and into the heart of nature, where you can have a peaceful and relaxed lifestyle with your family. You can buy a finished 4-bedroom story with 5-year flexible payment plan or a service plot with 2-year payment plan option. With over 300 homes, you will enjoy big tar roads with covered drainage, modern electrification with solar street lights, gated entrance with security post, and a breath-catching experience of our beautiful sea view and lake view. You can own a home today at our Sanyang Seaview Estate. Call us today on 446-4838 or 325-9220. Visit our website on ejinvestments.net. EJ Investments, first in property.
Yara nyilla domoro kadiyate.
Boy, jannon sikes restaurant.
Sa na ko be ni na dimbal. Nimba domoro kala janno.
Domoro seneyata adiyata topotoro fanan kende ma bije. Luntan during tamala abeka domoro ki janni. Adi manda wala de. Teka we bijele anim fanan ka fadi jang ikono e fa. E ka fa minne ko pastry anim bakery. Iko fanan be kalele. Badde lomba conference lomba workshop lomba ye fo pendin lon dunia kono domoro betama nyilom international otoda number 1
amanke ba domola jandama
esa domo jang is atariya
wo mu kubandi
sa na ko sa futandin
oto sa na ko be mu CK's restaurant
ndafa na janna mu yat ni manje dorom bija
aban
CK's restaurant, known for best quality food and customer satisfaction.
na broda mimba Europe Mr. Conte nka bolo kol kan sai na so ko na mano banta jabo banta tulo ban sai ka bolo kol kan anda ka ba office ko na badama bulo mutarin baka ta funtulano ni kon batunga ne ta ya kuriyan ma kai dubanti na ta mano sani tulo ne jabo
munda bete ni la broda man balwo service kalam
mun service
balwo service
ni da foronte mo kalam
munda afela broda ko abitala internet ol aya ba site la woldo balwo.com nay wo sajje a apo ñu ba download la telephone lot na be sandiro to ni wal na be sidin ala office ko ndama manjar pour ay ta bank ko kodoki abe sidin office ko na daminto ito message so yo telephone ko no e biti ko be Gambia dawda biti ko ba bele ko ta tano dawda yeta fen ko tawo
wodama
yala bari wa service na kamol da hannu na ta nyole bikan fi janna bro dan ka ko ta nyole ko ayo ko ti da
balwo service dinkirala jampo o manken na kolaya ko balwo service al demano kaje ko ale do mor feŋol sang alla dimbaya mole ana lakkanun tewol wato bela ani wat sudum fanan kono balwo service la dinkiralu ani la do kunyolu e be banko karo beto kabirin katon fo koyna nalla fa ko ku koton so balwo service la kolto ali commandi telephone line la milbuko 9400213 7694319 wala 3192870 wala hankabi alta internet oto alila kolu jibe www.baluwo.com.
Do you live abroad and want to build your dream home in the Gambia without risking your funds and family ties? Do you want a household name that is trustworthy and efficient? A name that will continue to give you updates on the project from the beginning to the very end with videos and pictures? If your answer is yes, then worry no more. Boss Construction and Asset Management is here for you. If you live outside the Gambia and want to build your dream home, then this is ideal for you. Just reach out to Boss Construction and let's start building the dream home into a reality. With Boss Construction, the difference is clear. We give you value for money. Some of our services includes the following: construction management, building equipment rentals, rent management, purchase and leasing, asset management, and many more. For more information, please contact 282-4945. Better still, send us an email, bossgambia@gmail.com, or you can also visit our website on www.bossgambia.com. Boss Construction, a name you can trust. Boss Construction and Asset Management, keeping families together.